Hello everyone, my name is Kinja Prajapati and I'm here to present a Python project. The Python project which I am presenting today is rental price prediction. So let me give a brief quick introduction about the project. Rental price prediction is a project which is based on ML. So here first what we are doing is we will get the data set from the Kaggle, which is very famous website for getting the different data sets. After that we will build our model, and by using Flask, which is a framework of Python, we will build a website. In the website, we have to give different parameters, and based on our parameters, the model will predict how much rent we have to pay. So let's just dive into it. So our project is divided into two different parts. First, we have to build a model, as I told you earlier. So for building a model, first we have to do some pre-processing on our data set. So for pre-processing, let's do it quickly. First, we have to import the two basic libraries, that is NumPy and Pandas, which I have done in the first step. Then we have to import our data set, which is train.csv. Now, to know what kind of data set we have to do dataset.head. The head function here will give you the first 5 entries of your data set so that you can know what kind of data set you are having and what are the different parameters you are dealing with. So this is the different columns which we have to deal with, and these are the different values. Now, first we have to know what are the columns for our data set. So we will do dataset.columns. It will give you what different columns which are present in our data set. In our data set, the columns are bedrooms, bathrooms, area, etc. up to rent. Here we have to predict the rent, so we have to split our data set into two parts. First, in X, we have to give the parameters, and in Y, we have to give the parameter which we have to predict. So here I have done the same thing. I have given that rent parameter into the Y variable that we have to predict. Okay. Now we have to predict the rent parameter. So we will drop that parameter from our we will drop that rent column from our data set. And I find that address and maintenance amount is not mixing up with our data set. So I need to remove that two columns. So I have done that also using the drop function. Okay. Now moving ahead, we will again see our columns. By dropping these three columns, we can see that in here we don't have that rent and also the other two columns which we have dropped. Okay. Now we have to see what unique characters which we are having in our data set. I mean to say, first we'll take one example, that is furnishing. Furnishing is a type of a column in our data set. And in furnishing, we have four types of furnishing, that is unfurnished, semi-furnished, furnished, and unfurnished. Okay, so when we work with such type of things, we don't use characters input. We have to convert that character thing into the numerical value. So here we are seeing what kind of characters or what kind of categories we are dealing with. So for that, we have to do what unique kind of characters we are having in this specific columns. So in furnishing, we are having these four unique characters. Okay, in the same way, it is given for all the other. Now we will do this dataset.head. This is for my convenience because I have to see that I have dropped these three parameters ahead, which are dropped, and I have to see my data set once again. So I've done it once again. If you don't want to see, you can drop it also. Now I have told you earlier that this categorical value, we have to convert it into a numerical value. So for that, we have to do label encoder. there are two types of way which you can do. That is one, hot encoding and label encoding. I find label encoding convenient, so I have done label encoding. Now we have to do to the label encoding to the different columns. So I have done it using fit transform, and for doing this we have to import this label encoder, and we have to assign it to a variable. Here encoder is a variable which we have assigned. Okay, so uh with due to this we can be we will have convenience to write our code. So if I have not done this, then here in place of encoder I have to write the label encoder full thing. Okay, so for my convenience I have done this. Now again we will check what our data set will look like. So after doing this label encoding, we can see all our categorical values are converted into numerical values. See, now it will be easy for me to do my to model my project to model. Okay, now quickly moving ahead. Here in input one, I have given all the columns, and we are finding the unique value of storeroom. Okay, this is nothing different. This is what we have done earlier. Here, by doing this unique value, this function, this here by doing this, we can see first if we are doing in earlier. Yes, here. If we are doing here unique function, we are applying, we can get unfinished, semi-furnished, that kind of categorical value. Now, after applying label encoding, we can see we are here getting numerical values. So see, this is the way to check our thing. Okay. Now we have to divide our data set into two different types. That is train and test. Mostly usually I do is I give 80% of my data set to train and rest remaining to the test. Okay. So for that we have to import from sklearn model selection, we have to import test, train, split. And by using this, we can split into X train, X test. Here X is the input value which we are going to put in our website, and Y train and Y test are the variables which are going to predict. So X train is for training, X test is for testing our data. Similar to for is Y. Now, if we are saying X train, we can get all these values. Okay, now moving ahead. Here, what we are doing is fit transform. Fit transform is necessary. Now from moving ahead, we can see I have done decision tree regressor model. You can do various kind of ML models also, but the accuracy which I'm getting from decision tree regressor is good. So I have done decision tree regressor. So from sklearn, we have imported decision tree regressor. Then we have to give that decision tree regressor a variable so it can be very easy to write our code. And here you have to give one parameter, that is random state is equals to 0. Now we have to do fit in X train and Y train, which we are going to train our model, the data set, and by using Y predict, we are going to predict our X test. Okay. Now, here what we are doing is we are calculating the mean absolute error. What happens is sometimes in our data set, there are some values which are ranging from 1 to 50, and suddenly they jump from 50 to like 1 lakh or something. So there is a large gap in the values. For that to not happen, we are doing mean, so that it will all the values will come into one range and it will be very helpful. Now we have trained our data, we have trained our model. Now we have to do a pickle file. We have to make one pickle file so that we are save. If what pickle file means is we are saving our model. Okay. So by importing our pickle file, we have to do first we have to write the pickle file. So it's WP, and this is the name which you will give. Then after writing, then we have to give it. Then we have to again do a pickle, make a pickle file, and which will be in read form. So this is how you train your model, and or you can say make your model. Now we will move to the next part, that is making a website. Here I have used Flask. You guys can also use Django, but Flask is more convenient for me, so I have done Flask. So first of all, from Flask we will import Flask request and render template. These are the three main functions which we have to import. And for the pickle file, we have to read our pickle file. So for that, we have to import pickle also. To start a Flask, we have to do app is equals to flask name. This is the starting point of your website. You can say that to start something in Flask, we have to write this line. Now we have to load our pickle file first. So for that, I have make a one variable, and in that I have load my pickle file, and we have to load it in read mode only. Now I have defined one function here which is same which we do in Python, and I have rendered a template which is index.html. I'll show you what index.html is. Now first let me show you what index.html is. Here is my index.html. It is nothing but a simple HTML style format style, and I have made one form here. See form. And in this form, I have given the different parameter. I have taken the different parameters which are in our data set. Once I show you the running part, then you will know. So this is the simple index.html file. And at the end, we are getting prediction.text, prediction underscore text, which will predict our value. Okay. Now let's jump here. Now, as many of you guys know that if you are using form, there are mainly two methods, get and post. For getting the values from the form and to write certain values in the form, we are using get and post. So for the predict here, for the predict, this is the route which we are using. So after clicking on submit button, this route will open and it will get the value from our form, and it will give that value to the pickle file, and it will generate our output. Okay. So for predict, we are make one function, and we are making a for loop for request form values, and we are printing input one values. Okay. And for prediction, we are making model.predict, and we are taking input one as our parameter. Now after doing that, we have to render our template, that is index.html, and we have to give our prediction text. So our prediction text is rent of your home you are looking for is this, and we have to give our output here in format. Okay, this is the simple thing which we have to do. Now let's start our app. So here we are getting one link, we have to click it. So this is a simple form. I have not done it so much of. So first we have to give all the parameters. quickly give all the parameters. The bedroom I want 3, bathroom 3, area let's give it this much, furnishing semi-furnished for family only. Now enter the floor number, that is 3. Type of floor which we want is stone. Gate community, do you want or not? Yes. If you want your corner pro, not. If you want parking, then yes. If you want wheelchair adoption, none. If you want pet facilities, yes. 1. Notice duration. 2. Light bill should be paid by owner would pay or paid by the tenants. Power of backup, that electricity thing which we do is 1. Property age should be between, you can go from this. Room says puja room you want, no. Study room, yes. Special room, no. Servant room, no. You can give any parameters you want. Deposit, this is the M&D amount. Now, if I do it predict, let's see what happens. You can see we are getting the predicted amount of money which we have to give. So by giving such inputs, it is predicting that around 2,500 rupees, sorry, it's 25,000 rupees which we have to give per month according to the parameters which we have inputted in this form. So this is the basic thing, basic project I have done, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want the code, then you can have it in the description which is given below. And I hope you like the project and always be a learner. Thank you and have a great day.